Good morning, everyone. It's time for social studies. So when you come on, you're going to go to week 4. And we've been having some fun in our Zoom meetings. We've been doing all the activities from here. All right, so today, day 18, plant studies, forest habitats. You're going to watch the story, Red Riding Hood by James Marshall. And we're going to watch a video, The Forest Full of Life. And it says, what kinds of plants and animals will you find in a forest? And our activity, it's a fun one. All right, so you're going to get a piece of paper or just draw it in the portfolio section. Be sure to include trees. It must have trees, okay, for the forest, because forests are full of trees. 6 or more animals. So you're going to have to think of 6 things that live in a forest. So maybe we can get some ideas from the video and the book. 3, water. You can make it a river, stream, or pond. Please do not make it an ocean. 4, food for the animals. 5, shelter for the animals. All right, so that's going to be the activity. All right, let's get started with the story. Forests. A forest is in an area of land covered with trees. Many different kinds of trees grow in a forest. Wow, look at the beautiful picture. All those trees. Now, in all those trees is a lot of life, right? We know there's going to be a lot of different animals. Evergreen trees grow in some forests. Most evergreen trees have needles for their leaves. The needles do not fall off the trees in autumn. Evergreen forests stay green in the winter. So this reminds me of like a Christmas tree. Fir, pine, and spruce are some kinds of evergreen trees. Redwood trees are evergreens. The redwood forests in California have the tallest trees in the world. Wow, look at those trees, how long and skinny they are. And very, very tall. Trees with broad, flat leaves grow in some forests. Most broad, flat leaves change color and fall to the ground in autumn. So these are the trees that we see everywhere, right? Then what color will they turn after they change color and they fall? Then they're going to be green again, right? That's what's happening right now. The trees are starting to get green again. Most trees with broad, flat leaves are bare in winter. Leaves grow back on trees in spring and stay green all summer. Oak, maple, and beech are some kinds of trees with broad, flat leaves. Tropical rainforests grow near the equator. These forests always have warm and rainy weather. Tropical rainforests have more kinds of plants and animals than any other place on Earth. And look at the picture, we see our first animal. All forests have trees that stand high above the ground. The tops of the trees make a ceiling called a canopy. The canopy shades everything below. So that means the sun can't get through, right? Smaller trees, bushes, and plants grow in the shade of the canopy. The oldest trees in the forest die and fall to the ground. After they fall, the old tree rots and turns into dirt. New trees sprout in the dirt. Someday this tree may grow to be the tallest in the forest. Okay, so once they die and fall to the ground, the whole process starts over again and become another tree. Forests give shelter to animals. Birds make their nests in the trees. So I know the assignment says you have to draw a home. You could make a bird's nest. Forests take a long time to grow. We need to take care of our forests. All right. So this book talked mainly about the trees and all the different types of trees, right? All right, so usually during our Zoom meeting, we do the word match, fact or fiction, and which comes first. And we'll probably watch the story. But if you can't make it, just come back on your own and watch the story. All right, the next thing we're going to do is watch video, Forest Full of Life. This should be where we get some ideas of animals we can put in our pictures. So pay attention to some of the animals. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. We definitely saw a lot of animals there. All right, so now we're going to go and do the assignment. Now, if you're not too keen on drawing, you can just list 6 animals, but the idea is it's supposed to be like a pretty picture when you're done, the way that a forest looks. All right, so we need to hop on over to Class Dojo, and I actually need to get the class code. I forgot to do that before I started the video. All right. Oh, and it says I have 2 portfolios to look at. Can't wait. All right. So when you send me a portfolio, I get that little red thing that pops up, and that's how I know that somebody did their work. All right. Student login. I got to get that code. And it did change. Okay. Let's write this down. OJVLTC. All right. Okay, now I'm going to sign out and go in as a student. Put in the code. And find your name. click on portfolio, and here it is. Wednesday, May 6th, science. And here's the assignment. So I'm not going to draw the whole thing, but I'll just start it out. I'm going to make a bunch of trees. I'm making those big, tall trees that I saw in the picture. So I just took care of the trees part. Well, not all the way. I'm going to do the top here. All right, took care of the top. Whew, 6 or more animals. For sake of time and sake of my drawing, I'm just going to draw a few. So let me think. What did I see in the video? Oh, I saw a squirrel. I definitely am not drawing a squirrel right now. All right, bird. That's easy. There, there's a bird. What else did we see? We saw ants, right? Very, very small. Okay. And I know we saw a raccoon. We saw a centipede. Maybe I'll draw the centipede. That was at the end, that creepy looking bug with all those legs. There we go. All right, so right now I have 3 animals, but we need to have 6. Water, a river, stream, or pond. I'm going to make a small pond. Now, just imagine the pond is in the background, okay? It's not in the sky. All right, I took care of my body of water. Food for the animals. All right, so my food for the animals, I'm going to just, I hope I can do this. I was going to draw like a fish in here. Yeah, that can be food for some of the animals. There you go. And the last thing was shelter. So for my shelter, I remember the bird's nest. So here we go. There's my nest around the bird. All right, don't forget to hand it in. Can't wait to see your beautiful forest pictures. I'll see you up next for math. Bye, everyone.